Hello everyone, I'm Charles Ashley III, President and Chairman of the One ABQ Fund. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be speaking to you because there's something we've been working on and talking about for a long time. As we all know, we're living in the times of Black Lives Matter. We're trying to get social reform, social justice, all the things that we've been asking for years. And we felt that no greater time than now is to be asking and challenging the community to invest in our Black community. Through the One Albuquerque Fund, we said, let's have some conversations, let's meet with some thought leaders, let's do some research, and let's really evaluate if we are truly, investing in our Black community. And I know the dialogue is difficult, but it's something that I've been passionate about for years, and the time is now. So through this, we're looking to start a fund for Black initiatives. Well, what does that mean? Well, we'll figure it out. It's an investment back into a community that's been here forever. So if you're interested, please call, check out the onealbuquerque.org website, or just do your own research and find us. But we're looking forward to partnering with everyone in the community and giving back to a community, a Black community that's been here for years and truly loves our community.
Thanks so much, Charles. And I just want to applaud the One Albuquerque Fund for taking this leadership opportunity to really step up. And I think also highlight a challenge that our city has had for a long time around the tricultural myth. You know, for us, a lot of folks, even if we're born and raised here, we don't know that we have a vibrant African-American community, and also that in terms of funding and investment opportunity and access to capital, those are all much, much lower for this community. And so we've got to step up, and now is the time. That's why we're asking City Council on Monday to invest $1 million into investment and economic empowerment for Albuquerque's Black community. Now, we're able to do this, fortunately, because we have some reversion funding at the end of the year that the federal funding has helped allow us to use. And so the question is, how should we use this little bit of extra funding to invest in our community? And I think everything we're going through right now says that we should use it to just in a small way try and lift up a community that we have not stepped up for in the past.
Thanks, Mayor. Thanks, Charles. You know, in the wake of the Black Lives Matter protest, I've had a chance to meet with a lot of community organizers. And recently I was meeting with a young woman who just finished her freshman year in college. And I remembered that it was my freshman year of college when the Rodney King beatings happened. And at the time, the world watched and we marched, and a lot of people swore things would change. But here we were 28 years later, having the same conversation, and it's heartbreaking. And just like then, there are people now who will say, that was there, and this is here, and here is different. And absolutely, Albuquerque is not Los Angeles, and we are not Minneapolis. But right here in Albuquerque, our Black community has a unique and different history and struggles. Health outcomes for our Black children are worse than any other community, including an infant mortality rate that's higher than the Native American and Hispanic communities combined. Blacks have the highest rate of adult asthma in our city. More than half of our Black community is paying too much for housing, and racial segregation in the Black community has actually gotten worse in housing since 1990. We also know that the Black community has the highest rate of economic insecurity. And all of this is despite the fact that the unemployment rate in the Black community is roughly equal to that in the white community, and the educational attainment rate is actually higher than in other communities of color. And what that means is we cannot expect individuals to work or educate themselves out of these situations. If we want to say Black Lives Matter and mean it, we have to be willing to invest in changing the institutions and the structures that are holding back those lives. It's like if we had a house and the kitchen sink was leaking, we would fix the kitchen sink. That wouldn't mean that we didn't understand that there might be other problems in the bathroom or the living room. It just means that we understand we have to get to the root cause. It means we understand that we could fix the whole roof and maybe the whole house would be better, but that kitchen sink would still be leaking. The time for direct investment in our African American community is frankly long overdue, and I want to thank the One Albuquerque Fund for stepping up and taking on this task. And here's what's cool about this moment. Through careful management and through our federal dollars, we actually have in Albuquerque what we call a reversion. And there's actually an episode of The Office about this, right? So We know that other cities all across America are trying to decide whether to buy new office chairs or a new copier with their reversion. But we have a chance in Albuquerque to do something much more meaningful. We have the opportunity to step up and invest in the African American community now in a way that will have positive impacts for generations to come. Thank you.